Hello and welcome to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Grand Arena Championships, Season 22, Week 3, Round 2. My name is Boma Fett. I'm currently undefeated at 7-0. Let's see who my opponent is this round. Slyder. Let's go to the hotbot for a quick comparison. Alright, so on the hotbot report, there is a lot of green on my side, but a little bit of red over here on Slyder's side. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. In this top section, the first thing that jumps out at me is a kind of low guild GP. Now in the GAC stats, we can see that Slyder is a very good GAC player. Best score very close to mine, lifetime banners, 860k, that's excellent. 2241 offensive wins, 628 undersized, 198 clears, all very, very solid numbers. The number that's a little low here is the defense, 440. This ratio of defense to offensive wins is about 20%. That's very low, and it tells me that Slyder plays a very offense-focused game. He does not set a very tough defense. And I double-checked the GAC history just to make sure that that was the case, and sure enough, Slyder is saving their top probably 8 to 10 squads for offense. The roster summary shows that my overall GP is about 200k more than Slyder, and I also have the top 80 GP, but he's got the higher top 65 GP. I have nearly 40 more Zetas than Slyder, meaning that I've been playing for a year, year and a half, maybe even 2 years longer than Slyder, and I've got a little bit more speed at the top of my roster, but not a huge advantage. We're actually pretty close here as far as speed. Slyder has 2 more Gear 13 characters, I have 11 more Gear 12, and I have a bunch more Gear 11 and above. So I have a much deeper roster, and Slyder has a much more top-heavy roster. I've got about 65 more 6-dot mods, but look at the mods here on 25 plus speed. I've got 11, Slyder has 10. So Slyder has been very selective about the mods that he has been slicing up to 6-dot, and or been very lucky and getting a lot of hits on speed. Even at the lower levels, my advantage as far as speed secondaries is not very large. In the relic summary, you can see that Slyder has more than 50 total relic levels. So down here at tier 1 to 3, he has 8, I have 17, and I have multiple characters at tier 0. In the meta character section of the report, you can see that we both have Jedi Master Luke, but his has the ultimate and mine does not. His is also much faster than mine. Now luckily, he saves his JML for offense. So I won't have to face this on defense. I'm going to put my own on defense and make him beat me, which I'm sure he'll do, but hopefully I steal a few banners. He also has an extremely fast General Skywalker, but his Darth Revan isn't that fast. In the key characters and important ships, there's nothing that jumps out at me as being unusual here. Neither one of us has the Executor. We both have the Negotiator and the Malevolence. So let's go back to the game and take a closer look at Slyder's roster. As expected, Slyder is using JML in the arena and the Negotiator in the fleet arena. Here are Slyder's relic characters, and of course we're going to have a lot of rebels because of JML, but we also have separatist droids, we've got some bounty hunters, we've got some Jedi, we've got a Darth Revan squad, we've got Palpatine and Vader, we've got a Padme Galactic Republic squad. So it looks like all the usual suspects here. These are pretty much the exact same characters I have relicked up. He does have a few other characters here at Relic, like Sith Empire Trooper and Sith Marauder, which I do not have relicked. At Gear 12, we find Memphis Nest and the Geonosians. We've got Thrawn and Jango Fett here. Nuke Gunray, Shaak Ti, Wat Tambor. Gear 11 is where we find Piet. Gear 10, we have Old Daka. Gear 8 is where we find the Sith Triumvirate, as well as Grief Karga, IG-11, Queel, Kylo Ren Unmasked, Moff Gideon, Mother Talzin, and the Resistance heroes. Not to mention Sith Trooper and both versions of Mando. So a lot of good characters here at Gear 8. Gear 7, we've got Dark Trooper, General Hux, and the Bad Batch. So overall, I would say this is a very, very solid roster with a few minor holes, but nothing really huge. So based on the GAC history and those statistics, I knew that Slyder was going to save a lot for offense and set a relatively weak defense, and so I tried to set a stronger defense while still leaving myself enough to clear efficiently. Now Slyder has already attacked, so let's take a look at the board. And it's a full clear. In the top zone, we have one-shots against each of these squads. In the bottom zone, again, one-shots against all of these, including my JML. I'm sure he probably used his JML against this. In the back zone, I tried to play a little peekaboo, and I put my Darth Revan back here, but that was no problem. One-shots all around here. And in the fleet zones, one-shots as well. So he scored a 2468 overall. That means he dropped less than 30 banners total. That means I need to average between a 57 and 58 in the squad zones and lose maybe 2 banners per battle in the fleet zone. So I have my work cut out for me. Let's see the defense that I need to do this against. We've got Ewoks, Qui-Gon Jinn Jedi, and Jedi Training Rey. In the bottom zone, we've got Mother Talzin, Traya with the Relic for Marauder, and the Geonosians. So I am going to take some time to make a plan and eat some dinner, and then I will come back this evening and make my attacks. Alright, so in the back I am expecting Bossk, Newt, and Karth, but I want to make sure that that's really what's back there before I commit to anything in the top zone. So we're going to go through the bottom zone first. And I'm going to start against the Geonosians with my bounty hunters. I did double check my speeds this time to make sure that both Bossk and Greef Karga are faster than all of the Geonosians, so I shouldn't have an issue this time. We'll start with the Roar. We'll call the Mass Assist. And then I'm going to target Poggle, try and stun him with the Mass Assist. And now we'll try and get some ability blocks. And we'll get rid of the Brood Alpha. I'm going to go after Poggle again, try and stun him again. There we go, we got the stun that time. Now we'll try and stun the soldier. Keep the taunt up. There was a big hit from the spy. We'll heal up. We'll call Aura to assist, try and get another stun. Go big hit from Boba here. Try and stun Poggle again. Excellent. We'll call the Mass Assist here against the soldier. We'll get rid of Poggle. Try and stun Sunfac. No. We'll try an ability block. And this should get rid of Sunfac. See if we can stun the spy. Excellent. Looks like everybody's full on health and protection. And 60 banners. Against the Treya squad, I'm going to take a squad that doesn't do a lot of attacking out of turn. So that's my Empire squad, and I'll take Thrawn off of there. We'll go Force Crush and Merciless. I'm going to throw this at... Let's just get rid of Nihilus. Do some ability blocking. Oh, let's do some killing. Okay. Another Force Crush. And we'll throw this at the Marauder. We'll push back turn meter. We'll Armor Shred. And 61 banners. Against the Night Sisters, we're going to bring in our Imperial Troopers. Wow. I did not account for the speed bonuses there. I thought for sure I was going to go first. That's alright. I should be able to still win this. Okay, there's zombie down once. Alright. I'll get speared a couple times. Let's go ahead and go after Talzin. Get rid of her before she can do her plague. Now we need to get rid of Daka. Get rid of Spirit. And 60 banners there. And we've got Bosk, Karth, and Newt in the back. These comps are a little bit different than what I was expecting, so I'm going to take a few minutes to plan, and then I'll be back. Okay, so the squads in the back actually concern me more than the squads up front. So we're going to go back to the back here. And I'm going to go after the Newt Gunray squad first with Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, Old Ben, and Jolee, and then I can use Bastila to lead another Jedi squad. My original idea here was to bring CLS, but then it occurred to me that I have 2 timeout risks on the other side in Emphas Nest and Jango Fett, so I don't want to use CLS here. Came very close to making that mistake. An ability block by Droideka. Pass turn meter to Yoda. Let's see if we can... let's go ahead and spread the buffs. We'll call Yoda. There's 1 depth for Newt. Goodbye, Nest. We'll go ahead and taunt here. We'll pay our extortion. And we'll AoE. Kind of stuck hitting Django while he's in damage immunity. Let's go ahead and get rid of Django. Oh, he's still in damage immunity. I thought he had taken 2 attacks. Darn, that was a big mistake. Okay, we'll spread buffs again. AoE again. Can't believe I did that. I thought he was out of damage immunity. Alright, well now he is. AoE should get rid of Newt. 1 death for Django. 2 deaths for Django. 61 banners. So I'm going to take my CLS squad against the bounty hunters. And we'll stun boss. And now we'll go after Boma Fett first. See if we can stun him. Oh, we killed him. Alright. Take down IG-88. Go ahead and AoE. And 60 banners there. Against the Karth squad. We're going to take Jedi Training Ray. I really like when I've got C-3PO on this squad instead of R2-D2 for this counter, but it should work just as well with R2. Let's go ahead and go after Mission now. I'm going to put the wave on her so she can't go stealth. Now we'll pass the Inspired. Pass the Inspired some more. We'll save the grenade until we need healing. Goodbye, Zalbar. Goodbye, Canderous. We'll go ahead and do a burn. Keep the inspiration spreading. Now we'll throw the grenade. We'll remove turn meter here. And 60 banners. Alright, I'm going to get a little bit crazy here. And I am going to try my Bad Batch against this Jedi squad. I don't see a whole lot of offense on that squad, and I think my Bad Batch should be able to take them out. This is a little bit of a risk. My Bad Batch is not very highly geared. You can see we've got a couple of 11s, a 10, and a couple of 9s. So we'll do this. Got a couple of stuns there. What does she do? I don't know what any of these abilities do. I've barely used my Bad Batch, so I know that this stuns. this. Give this to Hunter. Goodbye, Qui-Gon. See, Barriss has that ability that gives them healing when there's a crit, but with Bad Batch, oftentimes you're doing true damage, and true damage cannot critical. So it's a really good counter for a squad with Barriss. Against this very under-geared resistance squad, I'm going to go with my secondary Jedi. That's Bastila. We'll take Shaak Ti, Ezra, and Kanan. Now, Jedi Training Rey is going to hit very hard, but I'm hoping that we can control her. And the rest of that squad is very under-geared. Give the buffs to Ezra. Big hit. Now we'll go after BB-8. See if we can... Oh, nope. That was bad. She had foresight. Big hit here. Nice. We got the stun. That's beautiful. Call Ezra again. And give the buffs to Ezra again. We'll call Basti. And 61. Now, when I see Ewoks, the temptation is always to do a nest solo, but I actually have gas available. So I'm going to do gas and Echo. Maybe I'll take Rex because Rex is fast. Do gas, Rex, and 5s. I probably could do a gas solo. But so far, I haven't lost any banners. So I don't need to go super undersized here. Now, one of the reasons that I didn't want to take my Nest in this case is because he does have potency on his low gray. And so I was concerned about low gray being able to stun Nest. 62. Not stun, but daze. We've got Home One and Thrawn in the back. I'm really not sure which one is better or what counter to use. What counters what in ships. I have both the Negotiator and the Malevolence. And now this may be a little bit overkill. I probably don't need all those reinforcements. But again, I'm doing fine on banners. I don't need to risk it. See if we can get rid of this Y-Wing. Got him. I've got a friend who refers to Y-Wings as flying coffins. Always kind of makes me laugh. Put the taunt there on my Y-Wing. Do Unending Loyalty. Can we get him before the reinforcement comes in? We did. 66. Let's do some quick math. 2468 minus 2251. That's 217. And we get 186. So I need 31 banners to tie. And as usual, I am going to save my bounty hunter ships as a backup fleet just in case I fail here. Alright, I guess we have to go after the bomber. And put the buzz droids on all of their ships. There goes my vulture droid. There is the burning. Let's get rid of IG. We'll bring in the spy. We're going to go after Razor Crest. Goodbye. Put more buzz droids here on IG. So this is basically his bounty hunter fleet with the TIE bomber. I'm going to go after the bomber as long as Boma Fett has retribution. Get rid of those debuffs. And this ought to do it. 60 banners. So that was my only battle where I got significantly less than the full amount. Alright, so there is the board completely cleared, one-shots on both sides. The final score is 2497 to 2468. I'd like to thank Slyder for the match. If I had one piece of advice for him, it would be play a tougher defense. You've got more than enough squads that you can put a couple of good ones on defense and still have enough to clear your opponent. But I kind of understand where he's coming from. He's got a very top-heavy roster. So that's one of the dangers of this new way of playing the game, where you go right after Galactic Legends. You don't build the depth in your roster that you're going to need. Alright, so with that said, thank you Slyder for the match, and thank you all for watching. I will see you next round.